So this is Russell from Community Financials, and today we're going to talk with Kimberly from Caliber Software. She's going to show us some features regarding Caliber's portal for board members and unit owners. So Kimberly, without further ado, show us what the web portal is all about.
Fantastic. Thank you, Russell. So this is our landing page that you see on the screen here. You'll have your unique link that you access to get logged in. At the top of the screen, you have your logo. This can be customized through Caliber Desktop. And of course, your company name will show up here as well. Registration for the portal is quite easy. There's a create link right here, a create login link. The two pieces of information will be the account number that comes out of Caliber and the email address that's on file. Hitting the submit registration button will send an email to the user. They'll click a link and set up a username and password. I have this set up already so that I can get logged in, and I'm actually going to log in as a board member and an owner at the same time, and I'll explain the difference in that in just a moment as well. So I'm going to hit log. There we are. So I've logged into the portal, and in the upper right corner, it's got my name here and my account number and my unit address. And I have this toggle button. Now, this is because I'm logged in as a person here that I've set up as an owner and a board member. So if you've got somebody who is both, they can see both sides, and they'll simply click the toggle to switch back and forth. So this is the owner view of the portal. If I were logged in and I'm only an owner, I'm simply not going to have this toggle, and I'll only see this view of the portal. And if I'm only a board member, I won't have the toggle, and I'll only see this view of the portal. So it keeps it separate, but if you are both, it does make it quite easy to see the difference. So we'll start here on the owner side. We have all these icons at the top of the screen. The settings in Caliber Desktop dictates what options you see here. So I've got everything turned on so I can show you all of the options, but you can limit this information. They don't have to see everything. So you start off here at the home area, and you've got your quick views in the center of the screen. So I can view two areas at the same time in this quick view area. So maybe I want to see my ledger, and I also want to see my compliance issues. I can see those quickly in these quick view areas. If I'd like to see the full piece of information, I can either use this button in the upper right corner to go to the full area, or I can go to the top and use my icons at the top to get those areas as well, and I can see the full view. So for instance, here's the accounting area, and I'm going to see my full ledger. Now, as an owner, I'm only going to see the items on my owner ledger. I'm not going to see any of the accounting information for any of my neighbors or the community itself. This is just mine. And if I do have online payment options available to me, I have this button called Pay, and depending on what you have available to me, I will be able to pay my bill. There's nothing set up here since this is a demonstration, so of course it's not going to work right, but that's where you see that information. In the profile area, I have some information about me. I've got some email information. I can add email addresses in here that will get on file into my account on Caliber Desktop. Phone, same idea. I can add phone numbers in and put those onto my file in Caliber Desktop. Address, I can update my mailing address, but I cannot update the physical address of my unit. That's not something that can be edited on the portal. So only the non-legal information will be able to be edited here. I've got my account area. This is where I can change things like my password and my date of birth if I want to. I can enter in family members so that I can have those on file. Maybe I've got some family members living with me and I want to put those on file into Caliber Desktop. And then mailing is optional as well. You can turn this feature off if you'd like. But if you do turn it on, as you can see here, you can let your owners change their mailing matrix. So if I want to get my architectural letters via email, I can edit that selection and I can get those letters via email. I can also do not get them by mail if I prefer. So I can change all the different types of correspondence in my mail matrix. I also have the opportunity as an owner and separately as a board member to opt in or out of the directory. So in this case, I have fully opted out of the directory, but I can opt in to specific pieces of information so that that shows up in the directory. If I go to my compliance area, as an owner, I'm only going to see my own violations here. So I can, if I had anything here, I'd be able to see the details of those violations, any pictures involved with those, letters that I've been sent, all the history there. These are the current items. Over here on the left, I can also see all items. So anything that might be closed would show there as well. I do have the opportunity to print these records as well if I want to. Maintenance works in a similar way. I'm only going to see maintenance issues that are attached to my specific unit or to common areas that are not hidden from me, or ad hoc maintenance issues. So in Caliber, we have 3 types of maintenance issues, and those will show up on the portal depending on the type. So in this case, I've got 2 for the common areas of dog park and north lawn. So I have those set up to not be hidden on the portal from my owners, so they do show up here. You also have the option to give your owners and board members the opportunity for this button here, the submit new request for your maintenance. So I can submit a new service request on my unit. I can tell you what kind of issue I'm having. I can give you some notes and instructions and hit submit here, and that will come through on desktop with a maintenance issue created so that you can send out that work order and do what you need to do there. And then it shows up here. So there's my maintenance issue now. The architectural area is going to show me only my architectural requests for my specific unit. So I've got a couple things in here. Looks similar. It's going to give you some information. This one doesn't have anything in it. But if you did have all the information, it would look very similar to that maintenance issue you just saw. I also have the submit new request button on my architectural area here. So I can say, hey, I'd like to build a deck. And I'll be able to put in some information. I may not have this set up all the way correctly. This screen looks a little bit different in yours at the moment. This has a different upload page, but essentially it's the same idea. You're going to choose a file to upload the files that are relevant, and that'll get sent into the management company so that they can send that to the board for approval. And here's all of my requests that I have for my specific unit. The ACH area, if you turn it on, you will be able to allow your owners to set up their ACH definitions. So if I have this button for add new account and plan, I can put in my bank information here. I can decide when I'd like that to start, when I'd like it to end, and if I'd like that to be a manual amount or a distribution amount. And this is essentially just going to set up an ACH definition exactly as you would in Caliber Desktop. So same types of information, same thing. It just comes right through onto desktop and functions exactly the same way. And any plans that you do have currently will show up here as well, so that they can edit those as needed. The web links area works on a folder structure. So I've got folders over here, and each folder has its own security settings. So I've got these 2 folders here called links and partners. I've got some information in these. Now, the folder itself is available to be viewed by particular people. So I have this links folder set up to be viewed by owners. And we'll see in just a moment if my board members can also see the same folder. They may have different information available to them, but that is dictated by the security of the folder. And you get to populate whatever information you'd like in here. So links can be either URLs or email addresses. The documents area works in a very similar way. All the folders have their own security settings. So in this case, I have all of these folders available to me as an owner. But one folder that you won't see here is called Plat Map. I've created a Plat Map folder, but it's only available to board members. So we'll see that when we get to the other side. But I can take a look in these folders, and I can download these PDFs that I have uploaded here. And you can upload as many of these documents as you need, and you can have whatever folders you need. You can create all of these from scratch. The directory is going to show you the directories that you would like to show to your owners. So in this case, I have them all turned on. I've got my architectural committee, my owner directory, and my board of directors. So I can see all of their information. And of course, here's me, and I opted out of some of the information so it doesn't show. And then we have the notifications area. Right now, the notifications area on the portal only refers back to your architectural notifications. So if the homeowner has a notification such as a step has been completed and they need to do something about that, they'll get a notification in this area here, depending on your setup in desktop, and that'll tell them where to go to do that action that they need to take. So we know that this is the owner side because everything is highlighted in yellow. And if I hit this toggle up here in the upper right corner, I'm going to switch to my board side, and everything is going to be highlighted in blue. So now we know we're on the board side. If I am just a board member, again, I won't have this toggle. I'll just see the board side of the portal.